Hey, it's random pop culture news for Kerry Kane, Mr. Mania Wolverine. You guys are wrestling to run on Twitch Sports channel. On my Twitter, Instagram, of course, right down Odyssey, shoot, and of course, Reddit, just in case anything bad was a channel was shut down or any of that stuff. Anyways, or deleted from channel. Anyways, so three other things I want to talk about. Shout out to my boy again, Mr. The other one, Mr. Andrew, better known as OG Crystal Pictures, the one that made all the music in the background you're hearing. I'll see if I leave the link to his little like Bandcamp thing again. Yeah, he's always a phenomenal juice when he had his older music from like 2012 to like 2019, 2020 is the last time he did a track. So it's been like 3 years last time he did music, but and I still do Let's Plays of like old school shit from like Crash and Spyro. I think he still does shit for like back in the Jackson Dexter day, and he's also known for that and Ratchet and Clank and all that. So I'm not sure if he still does the old school Spyro speed runs and all that shit like he did in the early mid 2010s. So yeah, there's that. There's three other mini articles I want to talk about real quick. Just get my fast thoughts, views, and opinions on it, and the craziness this world is making nowadays. There's another one about AI robots in the year 2033 or 34. Most of them are take over like 70% of the people's chores, which I'm not surprised, but any people who want to be TikTok celebrities out there, this one, you're going to love the hell out of this news, because unless you have a shitload of money to afford it, said Mercedes-Benz is actually going to start creating like touchscreen selfies, a selfie insert camera in their cars for Mercedes-Benz. So TikTokers could like, I don't know, not even just do dances. Because it's funny, since like 2019 or 2020, I think my personal opinion, luckily it's not just stupid ass little kids doing fucking retarded ass dances all the time and just making them like all trendy because, oh, they're doing lip syncs and all that. But there's actually like 2 or 3 things on there now. Because if any people follow me for years, you know almost about that whole truth or conspiracy theory Twitter shit. You know, I follow that shit a bunch to the T. In my personal opinion, 100% almost. It's like fact more than just theory. They just like to put that shit on there and make fun of people that are real wide awake truth seekers that don't listen to mainstream bullshit media. But yeah, it's crazy. So on TikTok and Zoom, it must have made a big $1 billion deal with Mercedes-Benz to do that type of thing, because it's usually a luxury car. Not everybody can afford super expensive luxury cars like Lexuses or Mercedes-Benz or Subarus or the real expensive like celebrity shit like, I don't know, I guess Rolls-Royce or Lamborghini or any of those things. Anyways, there's that news. And then 2 other things real quick. I heard, because I know there was like a Sony State of Play that happened like 2 days ago. I didn't watch it myself before, and I heard it was probably like one of the worst ones they did in a while, because it's a Suicide Squad. They're going to end up doing microtransactions for the next game. Damn shame that happened, man. It really is. They did say they had another Resident Evil 4 remake. They said they were going to do that for a while, so I'm not surprised. And then they showed Street Fighter 8. I still haven't seen the whole State of Play thing. I'm probably going to watch my own time, but maybe, I don't know, maybe after I'm done doing the whole Pokemon, like, Pokemon Direct reaction things. After I'm done with that, then I'll probably watch it on my own time. And yeah, some people were real pissed off about that, and others, I guess they were cool with it, I guess. Just and then there's this other one. It's funny because it wasn't just the other dude, that was the African American black dude, aka I Show Speed, that was a real big Twitch streamer, but now it's this other dude named Kai Snats. I never heard of him with Kai Snat before until like, I think September, October last year is when I first heard about him. It was another dude. If any people remember that dude from the Game Awards, Matanth Evans, the one that he kind of trolled at the last 2-3 minutes of the Game Awards 2022. I remember talking about that one too, even though it was like 3 weeks late on the thing, but I still talked about it. The one they said, "Oh, I want to thank the Orthodox Jewish peoples, and I want to thank Bill Clinton as my mentor." And then that dude, almost 2 months ago. That's still funny as fuck. That's crazy that actually happened. And the one when Jeff Keighley got pissed and he ended up getting upset about it. You could tell the look at that fool's face was freaking bad from like 2 months earlier. I don't know, maybe the end of December, next Game Awards at the end of this year. Crazy shit might happen again. Well, anyways, yeah, that dude, he ended up trying to troll and stream snipe this other real famous African American Twitch streamer, Kai Snat, and it's like, no, bro, I don't know what to do with you, bro. Like, you finna stay away from me like that, bro. Like, what the hell you doing, bro? And, you know, and I'm not surprised. I'm not trying to sound like I'm a racist or any of that shit, but my unfortunately, negative experiences with black people, especially in elementary, middle school. My God, those time of years, even though granted I had good times in my childhood in the 90s, 2000s, like getting anime and games and stuck times with my cousins that were my best friends at that time when I was still in New York City and Harlem and all that before I moved to Vegas. I don't know. No offense to any of you African Americans if they are subscribed to me, if you are our main watcher of my channel, but no offense to you fools, but no, some of your people are just loudmouth pieces of shit. I'm sorry, they're just biggest fucking assholes on the planet. My personal opinion, my personal experience that I had with blacks. By the time I got to high school and especially college, they calmed down a lot more, thank God. But anyways, I mean, it's like that race industry. You're gonna have good and evil in it, but my personal experiences, my kids, African Americans especially, some of them don't know when to shut the hell up. I'm just saying. Anyways, yeah, he didn't like that, and he got upset about it. I thought it was funny as heck. I hope he kept doing it and kept harassing because it was hilarious as hell. And yeah, I think that was in the news. There was one more. Oh, there was a real big one here about I think Microsoft and Nintendo doing a 10-year deal with NVIDIA games. Like, I think Xbox was gonna give all some of their games to Nintendo, which is pretty wild. And I guess Nintendo made an agreement on that, and they're cool. But I think Sony, they're letting all the Call of Duty games go strictly to Xbox for 10 years. That's insane. Anyway, this is Jeffree Starr news. Never thought I'd never talk about this fool. If any people don't know who Jeffree Starr is, I mean, I heard about this dude since I was like 17, 18 years old. Back in the old school MySpace days. And then like 2013, I think was the last time I heard about him. So, yeah, without further ado, let's keep moving with the music. So, it says, if people want to see it. Alright, here we go. Yes. Yeah. He gets slammed for comments about non-gender, non-binary people for his own androgynous. Comes from Jeffree Scott. I'm only going to be able to read half the article. I don't know if I'll be able to do all of our thoughts, views, and opinions, but let's go again. Makeup monologue turned from yak farmer Jeffree Starr was never far from internet drama back as heyday beauty for YouTube. The 37-year-old still hasn't made over, I thought it was around 40 by now, I'm surprised. He has over 60 million followers on platforms tight, stepping away from the internet and community imploding during the drama again in 2020. Starr moved to Wyoming to start a farm has been quiet on social media since, until he returned to the internet last month, informing fans who would be filming more makeup reviews. It wasn't his return that causes air to stir, but his recent comments on the LGBTQ plus community, and specifically people identifying as non-binary and using they them pronouns. You kind of know how it is. Especially fools that are in the whole SJW cancel culture things that use that whole they them gender pronoun non-binary shit. You know how, in my personal opinion, extremely fucking ridiculous and very, very fucking one of the most idiotic things I've ever heard in my fucking life 6-7 years ago. Sorry if any people are subbed to my channel and you go by the pronouns. If you do, I'm sorry, but that's extremely silly as hell. One of the most dumbest things I've heard in my goddamn life. And you guys need to get your mental check-in status, I'm just saying. Anyways, on an episode of Taylor One's Business with the Boy podcast, beauty guru, cricketed non-binary people says, I'm not into any of that other bullshit. The they and them pronouns, all that extra shit we added during, this is what he's saying. We added during the pandemic because everyone's so bored in their fucking houses. That's just starting to make up more shit. Actually, that was going on for like, first time I heard of it, I think it was like 2016 or 17. I think right after like Tumblr ended, all the people that ended up going to Tumblr went to Twitter. That's when I started hearing this they, them, like pronoun bio stuff. I thought it was way, way out of their freaking heads in my personal opinion. So 37-year-old added that the conservatives like me, because I'm just real, you're not they and them, you're just trans and you're male or female. It's quote, and people get so mad when I say, how are you a they? What the fuck does that mean? It's stupid. And I said, Starr also said, he was allowed to speak against the non-binary women because of the way he looks, explaining that Fluon was to say the same thing. He says, quote, it turns you into a homophobe and you're hate trans people. That's what he said. That's all I'm saying, YouTube algorithm. That's what this dude said. The YouTuber, who is openly gay, man, and currently dating an NFL player, has been known to be gender binary himself, which is long pink hair and purchased for wearing high heels and rosas. His comments has always been confusing nuanced fans as he has previously supported self-expression identity, eventually, especially when it comes to makeup. An old video of a YouTuber surface explains androgyny says it himself. He says Gender ambiguity can be found in makeup, fashion, sexual identity, anything, yada yada. Skip a little bit here. So goes on and said the yak farmer replies to his quote, he's an alien, and calls him a she whenever they find to call him a him. Someone has suggested the collapse of the beauty YouTuber has been problematic for behavior for saying hurting his bank. So the 37-year-old turned to the grifter trained for his conservatism, quote, oof, not good. Also goes on to say, one of the person says, the fact that Jeffree Starr for years been calling me whatever now, you can be conservative grifter, but he couldn't make up money on YouTube anymore. Surprising, not surprising at all. Never one to shy away from conflict. Starr addressed the backlash to his Instagram story, says, we're not what we're going to do is what we're not going to do is misconstrue what I said. So anyone making it seem that I'm not nonbinary people and don't exist, I never said that. It's a quote. I said I don't like the pronouns and I don't agree with them. I never said that they don't exist. And there's a whole bunch of little drama stuff there. I guess you want to read it. Yeah, so what thoughts and opinions? This dude, man, not gonna lie, man. This is, like I said, I think I mentioned maybe like once or twice ever in my videos from 2019, 2021. Never actually did a full video on this dude until, of course, today. By the time you guys are watching it. But, this dude must have some balls of steel to actually say something like this. Yeah, this is insane, bro. This is probably gonna make him look bad if one day he ever decides that he's like 40, 50, 60 years old. If he wants to be like some typical bullshit politician, whatever. And he decides to support, excuse me, the Democrats and all that stuff. Like, there's no way in heck he's going to be able to get enough support when they find this video from like 15, 20, 25 years ago of him doing this podcast. They ain't going to like it, man. They're really, really not going to be good with this either. It's going to be sad, too, for him. Well, other than that, yeah. First time I actually agree with this dude, which is insane, because well, he was speaking his fucking mind. Like I said before, and I don't agree with all the lifestyle that he had before that, because if you knew my channel, if you've been around it for a while, you know that I grew up in kind of almost a strict Christian evangelical household. I mean, it wasn't a political one, thank God. So it would have been politicized, it would have sucked. But, yeah, and there were certain things in my family at the time. My parents that were raising me was a young kid at that time, you know. I wasn't allowed to watch certain movies or TV shows, listen to certain music and all that, which obviously for me it kind of sucked ass a little bit. But, second I was 18 and up, I was able to do whatever the fuck I wanted to do in my own personal life, thank God. It's been so many years since then, so been like 16, 17 years, I think, since then. But anyways, oh Lord, man. It was not fun times. Really, really extremely depressing times. Even though, granted, it didn't make me want to be, oh, what if I was this? Or what was this part of the LGBTQ community? Or what if I was curious about guys? Now, luckily for me, I always stood straight. I was always this heterosexual man. I was born a heterosexual man. I was raised as a heterosexual guy, obviously. And I'm glad I didn't turn out like that. I mean, I'm not trying to shit on anyone on the other side, the left side, the right, or whatever, but they're both still going to be really, really messed up regardless. Anyways, links to short about down below if you want to read the whole entire thing. This dude has probably lost a lot of supporters after he said that. Like I said, I'm not trying to make it all political, but this guy is really, really insane to say some shit like that. But I'm glad he did. You know, I agree with him. Yeah. The whole day, them non-binary shit, it's not a real thing, bro. That's either a mental illness, in my personal opinion. You know, I'm gonna get shit on for saying that, but for my personal thoughts and my personal advice on that, it's not real, bro. Some mental, spiritual thing that's probably makes certain people fucked in the head. Not all, but certain. Or it just makes them not live life anymore. So that's all I gotta say. I don't know if he's really connected to all these NWO, Freemason, and all this shit. If he is, I'm not surprised either. And yeah, dude, sometimes he's a little crazy in the head, but I'll agree with him just this one time. What's up? Peace out once again, ladies and sisters. By the time I'm done. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen, bros and family, training. Happy month. See you. Have a good day, have a good night, wherever you wish others. So much kind of changes once a month with the news, and news, which is your drama news, Elon Musk news, reaction review segments, and that's it. Take it easy, just bye. So on the flip side, I'm taking in that later. I'm out. See you soon.